Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's another Paint with Faith Live. So excited to be here once again with you. Paint with Faith Live motivational painting class. Again, starting at 1 p.m. for the week of spring break. So excited to get going and get started. This is day number 4 of our painting session. And we're here to motivate you, here to get you excited, here to get you in the right position, get you in the right mindset to be motivated. And we like to start off with our daily motivation. We first want you to know who we are and what we're about. My name is Chevis Davis, and the owner and creator of Paint with Faith. And what we do is we create motivational painting classes. Normally we're mobile. We go to your location. We'll come to your house, your church, your school, wherever you want us to, your assisted living facility, your senior citizens' homes. We'll come also to hospitals if you need us to, but we're really going out into the community. So we're a mobile company and we're servicing West Palm Beach to Homestead right now. We've done a couple classes in Naples, moving up to Orlando. So we're expanding, and so we'll be able to move towards you. But at this particular time, we're coming towards you from via the internet, via the Facebook Live, and via the virtual world. So we're excited to be able to have you, and it's a very special way. This opportunity has been brought to us due to the situations of the world, but we're excited about it because what has happened is we've been meaning to get online for a while, and now we have the span of time and creativity to be able to do it. And so we're here. We're happy to be servicing any and everybody who's a part of this. Listen, get your kids in the room. Start getting your art materials. You can do this with crayons. You can do this with color pencils. You can do it with markers. You can even do it with oil pastels. You can do it with whatever art material that you want, and the steps will be the same. All you got to do is follow along. And so we're a motivational painting company, so we're going to get you motivated, we're going to get you excited, and we're going to get you pumped up in order to create what we're doing. Again, our motto is your life is a canvas painted with faith. And so we want you to know, before we even get started, we got to get your mindset in the right mind frame. And so I need you to say to yourself, before we even get started, if you believe, and I want you to say it with some enthusiasm, if I believe, I can achieve. And with that said, any dreams, any desires, any goals that you have in your mind, you first got to be able to say to yourself, if I believe that I can do this, then I know I can achieve this goal, this dream, or desire that I have. And I want the kids to know that they can do that, whether they're learning to ride a bike, whether they're learning to do some math, whether they're learning to do a new sport. Whatever it is that they're trying to learn to do, they got to first believe that they can do it, and then they can achieve that goal. And so we want them to be motivated. What we do at Paint with Faith is just an example of you exercising your faith. All right, we start off with a blank canvas, and by the end you have a beautiful picture, something that you've completed, something that you put your work in, something that you stay focused on. And with that, what else could you achieve in your life with just some guidance, just some motivation, and just some faith or belief in yourself? Paint with Faith is really just an object lesson about how you can achieve your goals, dream, and aspirations by just taking the time to get motivated, taking the time to be guided, and taking the time to believe and encourage yourself. That's what Paint with Faith is about. This is just an object lesson. And so we want you, as we said before, to build your faith muscles, to work your faith out, to get you in a position to achieve the goals and dreams that you want to in life. And that's what Paint with Faith is here to help you do. My name is Chevis Davis. I'm also a life coach, certified life coach, and I'm also a certified art teacher. And lastly, I am a master artist. And so I'll put those 3 things together to be able to give you the company which we call Paint with Faith. And we're going to get started in a minute. We're going to give about 2-3 more minutes for people to get on, get their materials. Again, you can get your materials at Michael's. You can get your materials at Hobby Lobby. Get your materials at Joanne Fabrics. Get your materials even at Walmart. And just get some paint, some canvas, some acrylic paint is what we're using. Get you some brushes. I'll explain what type of brushes that I have, and I'll teach you how to use them and be able to use them. And the best thing the best thing about this class is that you'll be able to get techniques and things that you may not be able to ask or may not be able to get focused on inside our normal Paint with Faith classes. And so that way you'll be able to have exposure to a better art lesson, a better art experience. And we're here to give you the best experience that you can have, and to be able to achieve your goal as an entrepreneur, achieve your goal as a real estate agent, achieve your goal in building your team. We're here to help you achieve your goals with the motivation of our painting class. Again, the painting is just an object lesson. All right, you don't have to be a master artist, but you do need to be motivated. You don't have to have taken art your whole life, but you do got to be guided. And you don't have to be able to have the best art teacher in the world, but you do got to have some faith. And so Paint with Faith is about you building your faith. It's about you building yourself as an individual. It's about you getting motivated, getting excited, creating something in your life that you have accomplished, that you finished, that you didn't know what you were doing. You know, the blank canvas represents you not knowing what you're doing. And so we want you to be able to take that attitude and that mindset and say, you know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if I can achieve this goal. I'm going to see if I can and finish this painting. I may not like art. I may not want to be in a position to be an artist. I may not want to go out and start an art exhibit, but I do want to be able to start this lesson and finish it to completion. Because if I can do this, then what else could I achieve in my life if I just put my mind to it? And that's what we want you to do. We want you to put your mind to something, put your energy to something, put your effort to something, put your creativity to something, put all that you have to something. They say if you throw enough on the wall, something to stick. So we want you to throw enough on the wall at this particular time. This time we're going to use paint. So we're going to say, let's throw enough paint on the canvas and something will be creative. We can think about master artists who artwork you may not be impressed by. Some of the Basquiat's, maybe some of the Jackson Pollocks, some of these creative artists who tried something different. Even Pablo Picasso tried something different that nobody in the world has ever seen before, and now they're world renowned because of their creativity, because they took a chance, because they had faith in themselves, because they believed in what they were trying to do and achieve. And you can be the same as well. And so we want you to be motivated and guided and ready to do that. It's 1:05. We're ready to get started. Now, get your materials. Tell your kids to come into the room. Y'all can do this as a family. You can do this as a group. Call your senior citizens' parents over if you want to be able to paint with them. Call your family, your cousins, whoever. Turn it to a watch party. Listen, share this video with anybody who may be stuck in the house. Kids that's doing homeschool. Kids that's taking a break from their homework after lunch. Anybody who is about to take a break at this time, or the kids that you want to get involved, get them active. Let them get their art credit from a certified art teacher. Let them get their lesson from a master artist, and let them be motivated by a motivational speaker. They get all that in one, all right, through our painting classes. And so we want you to be motivated. We want you to be guided. We want you to be excited about what we're going to do here with Paint with Faith. And listen, this is the 4th day. If you haven't watched any of the videos, you can go back to our Facebook Live page, see what we have, and we can be able to paint together. And what I want you to do is to be able to take your painting, all right, I want you to post it on my page or send it to me via Instagram. I want to see what you did. I had one person send it. Listen, if you post your picture, I will send you a free Paint with Faith shirt if you post what you did. All right, and now just let me know your size. We'll send it out to you as soon as possible. But I want to see what people are doing. Write me a note. Let me know if you like what we're doing. Give us a like. If you want to support what we're doing, our Cash App, our PayPal is there. We take Zelle. We're working on Venmo. But, send us a message and say, listen, we want to support what you're doing. We want you to expand. We want you to get into other territories. Listen, the virtual class is starting soon. This is just a pilot, just to see what people like, just to see what people are getting into. And this is the opportunity for you to do a free painting class or Paint with Faith. Because we're outside of the walls at this time, we're coming right into your house. You get a perspective that you've never seen before. You get it up close and personal. And again, there's no mistakes in art, just room for opportunity. So grab your materials, your paint, your color pencils, your crayons, any art materials that you want to use for today, and you'll be able to do this class step by step. So before we get started, we got a quick story about the guru once again. And before you get started, I want you to give you a motivational word and a motivational story that's going to get you in the realm of the mindset of what you need to achieve in your life. And so there was a man, he was hiking, going on a journey. He was an adventurer, and his goal was to seek out the best knowledge and the best success that he can also have in his life. And so he's going on the trail. He reaches his way up to the mountains, and he's on his way. And he ran to an old man sitting there with his legs crossed. And this man had a sign that says that I am the guru of all things. And he said, wow, this guy's the guru of all things. Maybe I can ask him some questions so I can reach this path of success. And so he goes to the guru. He says, hey, guru, I want to be successful. I want to be great. I want to be the best. Listen, tell me what to do. And the guru just pointed to behind him. And there was a sign that says, this way to success. And so he said, thank you, guru. Thank you so much. So he goes in the path, and he starts to walk, and he reaches the sign, and he goes past the sign, and as soon as he passed that sign, success, boulders came down, boom, 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 bashed him in the head, and bricks came, the wind blew, and a storm came and started shaking him. He almost fell off the cliff. And so he went back to the guru. He said, hey, guru, listen, you sent me on that path to success, but all I received was danger and almost was destroyed and killed. He says, I think you sent me on the wrong path. He says, he looked at the guru and said, so what direction should I go? And the guru pointed again at the sign and said, success. And the guy says, okay, if that's what you say and I want to be successful, that's what I'll do. So he goes back on the path. He's hiking and he gets past the sign. He dodges the boulders this time. And he goes and he sees all of these wild animals right on his path. And he has to go through them, but the animals almost destroy him, tear him apart to pieces, scratch him up. And he goes back to the guru and says, Guru, I made it past the boulders. I ran into some animals, some dangerous animals, and they almost killed me, scratched me up. These are the bruises. He says, you sent me on a path to success, but all I received is more danger and almost died again. And the guru says, listen, I sent you on a path to success, but you have to understand one thing. If you want to be successful, sometimes the boulders will come and knock you down. You'll get beat up. You get bruised. And you may try again. But when you try again on a path to success, sometimes animals will come. Danger will come. Things will beat you up and scratch you up. But once you get past all the beatings, once you get past all the scratches, once you get past all the obstacles and challenges in your life, then guess what's on the other side of that? Success. So you, sir, were on the right path to success. But you have to realize that you have to go through something in order to get somewhere. And so that's our lesson for today. You have to be able to go through something to get somewhere, and you got to go through some trials and tribulations, some situations that's going to change you and forever change you. And it may hurt in the beginning, but in the end, you'll receive your goal of success. And so with that said, let's get started. Today we're going to be painting a beautiful butterfly. And if you don't know anything about a butterfly, we know a butterfly goes through a metamorphosis. And the butterfly starts off like a caterpillar, and nothing in the caterpillar will let you know that a butterfly is going to exist from that funny looking thing. All right. So in life, though your situation may be bad, though you may look like a caterpillar at this time, nothing fancy, nothing beautiful, but your life can completely change through the metamorphosis of going through a situation that's going to cocoon you and bring you out better on the other side. So let's grab our canvas. Remember, this is a canvas. It's called a canvas. It's not called a canvas. So you can be able to do this. So if you haven't done so, I want you to say to yourself, I can, because this is a canvas. And we're going to be painting a beautiful butterfly at this time because we want to be able to go through a metamorphosis in our life. We want to go through a change. We want to be able to understand that with this canvas being blank, your life is a canvas. You can paint it with faith. You can change anything you want in your life just by having the belief that you can do it. So today we're going to start off with our small brush because we're going to outline this in the best way we can. And let's go with a nice color at this time. We'll go with, and again, you can use any colors you want. I'm just going to give you the steps and the guides to do it. And let's start off with green this time, all right? So right in the middle of our page, we're using a small brush, Taklon brush again. So we're going to start right in the middle of our page here. Try to center it as best we can. If not, again, there's no mistakes in art, just room for opportunity. And we don't make mistakes. We just create new opportunities for ourselves. So we're just going to create a line right in the middle. Short line, not too long, all right? Short line, not too long, right here in the middle. All right, this is the top of the butterfly. This will be the bottom. So keep that in mind as we go forward. So with that, we're going to create some indicators, all right? So obviously our head is going to be here, so we can just put a dot right there. Okay, right at that top. We're going to create the middle of the body right here. All right, so we'll just do a little dash right there in the middle. All right, and then we have the bottom of the butterfly, which will be right there. Okay, it's looking good so far, so good. So we're going to create a straight line, not all the way to the ends, but you know, a straight line coming across this way. All right, left and right. All right, don't go all the way to the end, just go up almost to the end, but not quite all the way. All right, so we have a cross right in the middle of our page. Looking good, looking good. Very nice. And then at the top of our page, we're going to create some dots. This will be the end. All right, those will be the ends of our butterfly wings at the top. Those will be the top of our wings. All right, we're going to use those reference points to go to the next step. All right, we'll use those reference points to go to the next step. And so what we'll do is we'll create a little line underneath where our head will be. All right, a little line underneath where our head will be. Right there, see that little line? And then we'll use it as a reference point, and we'll go right up, and we're going to make not a straight line, but a curved line. We'll curve up, and we'll use that dot as a reference point. You can work from the dot, or you can work from the line. It's up to you. All right, it's looking good. So far, so good. Same thing on the other side. In art, you got to be able to have balance. So what you do to one side, you want to be able to do to the other. Go up to this dot. Make sure it's a curved line, and we're curving up just like that. All right, we can make adjustments if we need to going forward. Right now, that's all we need. All right, so at the bottom, we don't want to make our dots too far out because our big wing is going to be bigger than our smaller wings at the bottom. So we'll create some dots right here, all right, to center our wings at the bottom, all right? Make sure we got that centered out. It looks pretty good. All right, that's looking good. So from here and from here, all right, we're going to make a curved line to start our small wing. So we're just going to curve and hit this dot. Curve out and hit that dot. All right, same thing on the other side. We're going to use this reference. We're going to curve out and hit that dot. Curve out and come right back in and hit that dot. It's looking good, looking good. All right, we'll make another indicator right here before we hit that tail. And we're going to curve out again. Curve out and come back. Curve out and come back. All right, same thing. Again, we're looking good. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some likes. Let me know what you think. Again, we're doing this class for spring break only, 1 p.m. every day. We're going to curve out and come back in. All right, spring break classes for the kids. They can learn how to do some artwork. They can learn how to be creative. They don't have to stay in a room all day. They don't have to stay on the video games all day. They don't have to stay on Netflix or Disney Plus all day, but they can come out and learn to do some painting classes with the motivational speaker, with the life coach, with the master artist, Chef Davis. All right, so from here, we're going to make a kind of a wiggly line. All right, so we're going to wiggle and come close so you can see it. We're going to come out and curve back in and just scoop this last piece up. Come out, curve back in, scoop that piece up. All right, so far looking good, looking good. Now, if you're a master butterfly artist, that's fine. You can make some adjustments how you want. But right now, I'm just going to be your guide for today. All right, so we're going to curve out again, curve in. We're going to scoop that last piece up. All right. Now, if the wings not to your liking, you can always make adjustments. Again, you can come out a little bit more. We're going to do some special things at the end. Right now, we're just laying the foundation. All right, we're just laying the foundation, and we're going to pick it up at the end on the back side. All right, so we got the shape of our butterfly done. It's looking good. It's looking nice. Let's go ahead and clean off our small brush. And again, we use, this is basically a low budget class because we want you to be able to do this with whatever materials that you have at the time. So we're just using, the only thing that we're going to spend a little bit of money on is the brush. I'm using Taklon brushes, all right, with the plastic handle. It allows us to leave it in the water without it swelling up or messing up. Use the wood brushes. Those will kind of destroy easy, more fast if you leave them in the water. You really got to take care of them. So when you're dealing with kids, you might want to get brushes that have the plastic handle that you can be able to last a little bit longer with. All right, so we're looking good. So we're grabbing our big brush this time, and we're grabbing green. Again, you can choose whatever color you want to do these steps. I'm using green just to keep it easy for us, and I'm just going to give this butterfly a nice outside color. And I think I'm going to be a little bit creative today with this by switching up my background colors a little bit and giving it a little bit more essence to it. All right, so I'm not gonna do the whole background because I want to give it a nice colorful, vibrant background that's gonna go with this nice, colorful, vibrant butterfly. So I'm just gonna fill these spaces in. All right, just coming around the butterfly, and I'm using these strokes because I want it to have, you know, somewhat of a style to it. All right, so it's okay to do style. You can do swirls, you know, you can do circles. Whatever style you want to do, I want you to feel free to experiment with that, because in life sometimes you got to take some steps of paths that you've never taken before. And the reason we're doing this butterfly, because butterflies are known to change. Again, where you are right now, you got there just being the same person. But what if you decided to do a change on tomorrow, or even on today? What if you decide to go through a metamorphosis even today or tomorrow, and be able to be a brand new person? Somebody call you one name, or they know you as this person, but what if you decide to change? And you say, I don't want to be associated with that anymore. I don't want to be associated with a hustler. I don't want to be associated with being that broke person all the time. I remember I made a transition in my own mind. People used to always say, yo, big money Chef, big money Chef. And I used to be like, nah, man, I don't got it like that. I used to always claim being broke. I used to always say that I didn't have any money. And I made a decision some years back, and I said, you know what? If people say big money Chef, then that's who I am. I'm going to be able to accept that. Somebody say, Chef, I know you got that money. I'm going to say, you're right, I do. And so I had to make a shift, a paradigm shift in my mindset to say, you know, I'm not going to have a broke mindset anymore. I'm sick and tired of being broke. Why should I even claim it? And so I claim being rich, because that's what I want it to be. And now it has come to existence. And now I'm a better person for it. Broke people can't help broke people. You know, rich people can. If you decide to have a place of abundance, and even if you don't want to be rich, but you have a mindset of abundance, a mindset to have more, then you can be able to help more people. And that's my goal in life, to be able to help more people, to be able to have a shift where if somebody needs something, I can be in position to help them. I always read in my favorite book that I should be the lender, not the borrower. And that's the decision that I had to make in my life, to not be the borrower, but to be the lender. If somebody needed something from me, I wanted to be in a position to help them, and not say, sorry, man, sorry, dog, I ain't got it. You know, people get tired of hearing that after a while. So I claimed to be able to have that wealth, claimed to be able to have that system of abundance, to be able to help somebody in their time of need. So right now I'm going to take some blue, all right, and I'm going to hit these edges with blue. And we're going to do a gradient from blue to green. I didn't even clean my brush off, and I'm just not a big brush cleaner as I paint. I like everything to work together. I like some of that green to come into that blue, and I'm going to take these corners and paint them in blue, and I'm going to work my way all the way to the green and allow those strokes to work together, allow those colors to work together. I didn't want to just have a plain green background, so I said, let me add some flavor to this, let me add some color to this, and I'm not going to go heavy. And if you look close, I'm just going to do it very lightly, and bring that blue right into that green. All right, very lightly. I don't want to take over the green. I'm actually pulling some green back into the blue. I want those colors to work together. I want them to work as family. I want them to be working together. They're married now. And I want those color combinations to really flow in a way that's going to help this picture be the way that I have it set in my mind. Sometimes you may have a picture in your mind of what you want, and it may not come out like to what you want, but it came out better than you thought sometimes. So you got to be able to take those chances. And in situations in your life, you may have made an investment or invested in someone, it didn't come out the way you want, but the lesson that you learn is invaluable. You know, when you go to college, you don't know if you're going to ever learn the lessons that you need to learn, but you go anyway. And so it's okay to learn those lessons. Sometimes those lessons are expensive. Sometimes those lessons are cheap. But you got to be able to take what you've learned from those situations and use it for the betterment of your life. Let me know how you like that green and that blue working together. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it. So let me know what you think. Definitely, if you take your materials and make sure you show me what you've done. All right, I want to know what you've done. I want to know what your kids have done. So I want you to post that picture for me. You can even take some pictures of them working on it. That'll be good as well. Again, we're just doing this every day at 1 p.m. just for the spring break. We won't be doing this after spring break. So take advantage now of this opportunity. Let me know what you think about that blue and that green mixing together. I'm loving it. It's feeling really good. I like those strokes going in. I like that green mixing in with the blue. It's looking real nice. Looking real nice. Kind of like a blue or green flame almost. I might even go in with a lighter color towards the end and bring it a little bit lighter. But I'm really feeling this butterfly right now. This is the first time I've done it like this. So you guys are getting a special experience, all right, in this opportunity. I'm making sure all the strokes as well are flowing the same way. All right. So the center point is what I'm aiming for. So all of these strokes are going to go towards the center. So I'm not just arbitrarily painting all around. I'm making sure all the strokes are going toward the center of the canvas, so that I'm creating an effect of like a sunblast or a fire star. All right, I'm creating that effect on purpose by painting all my strokes toward the center of the canvas. And that's just a little technique that you can use, you know, going forward as you do these paintings. Make sure you control the way your strokes go. It plays a huge part. Instead of just arbitrarily painting in all directions, control your strokes to go in the right direction that you may want them to. All right. So again, we got this butterfly. It's looking good. We're gonna fix it up in the end. Y'all ready to get inside the butterfly? I know I am. Let's ready to get inside. So again, today we're talking about a metamorphosis, being better, making a change, and that's why we're doing this butterfly. And every time you see this hanging in your house, I want you to realize that you're gonna go through a change, and your change is gonna be better than where you were in the past. And because we're all stuck in the house, oh man, this is a perfect example. Because we're all stuck in the house, and just bear with me with this, because I want you to understand this, and it's real deep. Because we're all stuck in the house, we're all in a situation to be butterflies. Why? Because we're stuck in our house, or stuck in our cocoon. We're all sealed in our cocoon at this time. And what we have to be able to do is that we have to be able to shift our mind. A caterpillar will shift their mind, because they realize they're going through a change at this time. And right now, we're cocooned in our house. We're stuck in a situation. We're the caterpillars. But when our doors will be able to be open again, we can go out into the public. We can go out into the bright side. We can go out into the people. People will have to see us in a different way, in a different light. Why? Because we've changed. Why? Because we've gone through that situation. Why? Because we've gone through that metamorphosis. And now we're in a time where we can be in our cocoon and we can come out as a better, beautiful being than we were in the past. And so I want you to accept that. I want you to put that in your think tank. I want you to put that in your heart, that you're a cocoon right now. You're in a cocoon. And when you come out of this cocoon, you're going to be a beautiful flying creature. Rated, not just a crawling creature at the bottom or in the middle of a tree or on a branch, but you'll be able to fly. And you'll be like arrayed like a flower. You'll be one of the most beautiful things that you've never experienced before in your life. And when people look upon you, they'll be able to say, wow, that's a beautiful change that I've ever seen. And so take this time as you cocoon in your house to be ready to become a butterfly when you come out. I just want you to take that with you on your day. So let's get some, I want you guys to get involved with me right here. Listen, let's pick some colors out. What colors do we want to use for our butterfly? Y'all can type back, y'all can text back. Let me know what you think of the colors we should use in this. I got some in mind, but I want your involvement. I want you to be engaged and involved in what we're doing. So just type, text, put your words in of what colors we should use and what colors we should make this butterfly, because I'm ready to put some colors on it. And I want us to see what we can achieve and what colors we could go in with and how we can make this butterfly better. Let me know what you think. Put some colors, text it in, type it in. It might be a little delay, but I want you to tell me what colors should we use to do this butterfly. I think right now in mine I have red. I think I want to start off with red. So until you put the colors in, there you go. Okay, David, you're right along with me. Appreciate you. I was thinking red too. So let's do it. Use the first one to answer. We're going to take the small brush again. We're going to grab red. Glad somebody on the same page with me. So we're going to break this butterfly wing up. Let's do one side at a time. Sometimes it can get confusing. So let's do one side at a time. We're just going to do, from this middle area, we're going to do a curved line right over to the top. So from here, I'm going to do a curved line coming all the way to the top. There we go. All right. So David, we appreciate you. Got you in there. So we're going to do a red line right there. All right, we're going to split this wing up again. So we're going to make some other lines coming through this way. We're going to cut it off. Boom. All right, looking good, looking good. Again, if anybody else have any other colors that we should use, let me know. Throw them on the screen. We'll make this butterfly as beautiful as possible. We're going to split it off again right here. Boom. All right. We don't want to get too detailed, but listen, feel free to get creative and detailed as you do these steps. There's no limit to what you can do. I'm very excited to see what you're going to be able to create. I'm just giving you basic steps, and then you'll be able to build from there, all right? So let's do the bottom wing. Same thing. We're going to split off this middle section right here. All right. That's looking good. And then we'll split into 2 smaller sections here, and it will come from that same point in here. All right, that's looking good. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, same thing on the other side, so we're not confused. Listen, in art called balance, you want to be able to go whatever you do on one side, you also want to do on the other side. So we're going to come across here again. Nice. And then we're going to try to look at it, balance it, try to do the same thing. We'll pull it this way. All right, looking good. And then the same thing on the other side with some curve down here. Very nice. All right, looking good, looking good. Again, thanks for joining in. We're doing a spring break class. We're doing it just this week, spring break. And 1 p.m. every day. We got one more day left. Very excited. I'm going to come down here. I'm going to come in the middle of here, all right? Looking good, looking good. All right, so let's start filling in some of those shapes. Again, we don't want to make this butterfly boring. We want to make it exciting. So let's start off by, let's fill in some of these shapes. Let's go with this section right here. We're going to fill it in all red. Fill in, again, the strokes matter, okay? So you don't want to be arbitrarily just painting in any direction. Again, what's up, Ant? We want to be able to paint in a certain section, all right? We want to be able to pull from the middle because we want those strokes. You see those strokes? Yeah, we want those strokes to flow. If you look at a butterfly, you'll see the texture that they have, all right? So we're going to use those strokes to represent the texture of the butterfly. Let me see if I can get the right angle, okay? So we're going to be able to do that as well. So same thing on the other side. We're going to pull away from the middle, and we want those strokes to flow to give that butterfly a certain texture. And if you've never looked at a butterfly up close, they have a nice texture. I'm not sure why they're called butterflies, but if you rub a butterfly, you get this nice powder on your fingers, all right? So don't go out there trying to grab butterflies. They're out there doing their thing. If you were flying nice and free, you won't want nobody pulling you down either. So keep that in mind. When you're flowing and flying nice and free, you don't want nobody pulling you down, all right? So keep that in your mind right there. Drop that in your mailbox. All right, oh man, it's coming together already. I see it right now. So what we're gonna do here, all right, we're gonna do this bottom section as well. On this last section, we're gonna fill that in all red. Fill it in. I don't care about painting over this green line. It's gonna get lost anyway, so I'm painting over it. I'm gonna get rid of it. All right, I'm gonna go a little bit outside the line because I see something I wanna do different. Again, we experimenting, we're doing this. We've never painted this butterfly like this before, but today we're just gonna go ahead and do it. All right, again, we're painting in a certain direction, not going up and down, not rushing, taking our time. And we're just gonna fill in this section right here. While I'm doing this, I want you guys to go ahead and pick out the next color. Let me know what you think the next color should be. All right, we're not gonna paint it all red, but we want to be able to have these sections filled off. This side is a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna space it out a little bit. Sections built off. Type it in, text it in, let me know what you think the next color should be. We're gonna fill it in as well, and we'll section it off. All right, so I want you guys to be involved, be active in what we're doing. Let me know what color we should go with next. All right, brown, David. I don't know about brown for this one. I see you, but I don't know about brown for this one. Let's make it vibrant and colorful. Give me another color. I don't know about brown. We can throw brown in at the end when we do that body. But I don't know if I want to put brown on the leaves. Let me know. Give me another color. If not, I'm going to go with brown just because you're the only one responding. I'll go with brown just because you chose that. But let's see what we got. Let's see if anybody else can jump in. We got about a couple people on a few people on there. So let's see what other colors we could use for this. And again, we could mix colors and create new colors. We can create other colors by mixing colors. Again, first art test for the day, first art lesson. If you want to make the secondary colors, you have to be able to have the primary colors. Primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. All right, so if you have those 3 colors, you can make any other color or any array. If you want to make the secondary colors, you mix red and blue to give you what? Gold. Okay, gold. Wow. Okay, orange. Orange will make it. Orange will make it vivid. Okay, let's do some orange then. So we'll mix our first color on today. Appreciate that, David. Appreciate that, Chris. So let's go with. I don't have any gold with me, but we'll go with this orange because it kind of looks the same. All right, so we'll take some yellow in the middle. The paint squirted all over the plate. That's all right. Still went with it. All right, we're gonna put a little red in there. And it looks kind of goldish, so both of you could be happy with that. It looks kind of goldish. All right, so we're gonna go with that goldish color, but we're gonna need a lot. So we're gonna throw some more yellow in there, throw some more red. It's gonna be like a goldish orange color. All right, and we're gonna do it right next to this red section. So we're just gonna fill that in right there. Yeah, that does look nice. Good choice, good choice. All right, so we're filling in that section right there. All right, with that goldish color, that orangey color. All right, again, our strokes matter. All right, our strokes matter, and the direction that we paint really matters because we want to give this butterfly a texture. All right, we want to have a nice texture with the way these strokes are going. All right, and if the colors vary or change throughout the process, I like it when it does that. All right, don't get caught up. Again, there's no mistakes in art. We experimenting together. Again, I've never painted this before this way. That's why I want your involvement. Get ready to let me know what color we're going to do next after the orange. All right, so we're going to fill this in as well. Fill it in this section. We got a nice orangey color. Nice golden color. I actually like these two colors right next to each other like this. So get ready to give me the next color. We can make this butterfly as colorful as we want. It doesn't have to be realistic. Why? Because this is therapeutic. All right, this is an opportunity for us to be able to get out of our shell or get out of our cocoon. All right, so this is an opportunity for us to be able to do different things. Again, we're talking about the butterfly, and we're talking about going through a metamorphosis. All right, this is not just a painting class, but this is a motivational painting class. A motivational painting class is going to allow you to realize that doing a painting can not only change your life, but change your perspective on life and what you're doing. So we want you to change just like a butterfly would. We want you to change your perspective on what you're doing. We're all cocooned into the house right now. We're all trapped in the house, and on the outside of us getting over this world phenomenon, we're going to be able to be beautiful butterflies. The books that we're writing, the songs that we're creating, all the stuff that's going on in our house. And let us not be lackadaisical or not putting forth any production during this time that we're stuck in the house. Let us be productive. Stop just watching movies and TVs and not putting any effort. But all those dreams, goals, and things that you said you were going to do, now is the time to do them. And I'm so excited to see what's going to come out of this process, because this is a great opportunity for us to be great. And just like a caterpillar may not think that he's great, but there's a great future for every caterpillar that goes into its cocoon. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's fill this little section in. Orange, a little golden color. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. Good choice. If you want to get involved or be a part of what we're doing, go ahead and let me know what next color we're going to do. Again, we can mix colors together. We can make colors lighter. We can make them darker. But go ahead and let me know what you think the next color to be. I want this to be interactive. I want you to get involved in what we're doing. And we're just going to fill this last section in. I'm going to wait on the next color we should use. We thank you all for joining in. We're doing these Paint with Faith classes only for spring break, 1 p.m. every day. We're a motivational painting company. And on the other side of this, we normally travel to you from any location, West Palm Beach, Homestead, and we'll come to any as far as you want. All right, this butterfly is coming out real nice. Thanks everyone that's getting involved in what we're doing. But we're ready for the next color. Let me know what the next color should be. All right, we went with red, we went with orange / gold. Let me know what other colors you might want to add to it. I think I'm gonna add some more yellow to this to kind of give it like a gradient feel to it. All right, just to give it a little more oomph. All right, can you see that? Yeah, give it a little bit more pop. So I'm just gonna add a little bit yellow to this so it can go from yellow or light yellow to that orangey color. All right, just gonna add a little bit of yellow on that to bring it out. So what color should we go with next? I'm leaving it up to you. I'll give you one more minute to type that in. What color should we go with next? This doesn't have to be a realistic butterfly. It can be whatever we want it to be. All right, this is our painting. We say what goes. And we're just gonna lighten this up just a little bit to give it some kind of gradient, some kind of nice feel and look or touch. and we're talking about becoming that butterfly on the day, because we can make that change in our life. The one thing you don't want people to say after they see you 10 years later is, are you the same guy that I knew back then? If somebody's saying that to you, then you're doing something wrong. You should never be the same person from high school. You might be able to be like me and look the same 20 years later, but you don't want to be the same person. You want to be a different individual on the other side of those years later. All right, Teresa said purple and gold was here too. Okay, I got you, Chris, on the gold. That orange was going to represent our gold because I don't have gold. I appreciate your involvement, but purple, let's go with it. You was the first one to answer. Let's get some purple in there. So since you said purple, all right, I got to give you your second art test. How do you make purple? For 10 extra points on today, for extra credit, how do you make purple? So go ahead and type and text that in. How do you make purple? Being an art teacher for 12 years, I have to be able to give you that test and that assignment. So go ahead, let me know how to make purple first before we get on there. Because sometimes we may have to take some elements from some other things and bring them all together. Just like we're doing with our company. You take a motivational speaker, you take a master artist, and you take a certified art teacher, and then you bring all those things together and you have one company, Paint with Faith. So what other things in your life could you take from the lessons that you learn over time to create something new? So your experiences that you went through in your life can make you to be the better person that you can be on tomorrow. So what experiences, and I want you to think about this, what experiences can you take from your old life, from the jobs you had at high school, from jobs you have in your early 20s and your 30s and 40s and 50s? What experience could you take to create something new? Just like we creating this new butterfly. I'm still waiting on your answer too of how to make purple. So let me know how to make purple. Let me see. David got you. Blue and red make purple. Thank you. 10 points, David. You get extra credit. You get an A+ on that. So again, with the plate, different techniques. All right. So we don't want to contaminate all the colors. I'll make a mess of my palette. That's just the way I am, and that's fine with it. So we're gonna take some blue over here next to the red. We'll take a little bit of red, mix it with the blue. Not enough red, let's throw some more. Not enough red, let's throw some more. And we'll start to see that nice purple color. All right, it may not look as good online as it does right here, but it feels good. All right, got that purple going. All right, we're gonna throw that purple right next to that orange. And those two colors next to each other are gonna make it pop even more. All right, here we go. We're gonna go right here, right next to that orange. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice deep purple. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I like it. All right, so that's coming in nice right there. Again, the way we paint is very important. All right, we want our strokes to flow on the path that we're going. All right, and I'm going to paint over that red because I don't really need it. I just needed it as a guide. The way we paint is very important. The way we paint our strokes is important. And if you have any questions about art, if your kids have any questions about art, again, being a professional art teacher for many years, I don't mind answering those questions. I don't mind giving you the knowledge that I have, the experiences that I had over time, and the opportunities for you to learn as well. I'll give it to you. It's not a big deal to me. So if you have any questions or comments, or even some statements about what we're doing, definitely hit me up. Let me know right now what you think. All right, David, so far he's working an A in this class. He's doing really good. And we're just gonna fill these little sections in. If you're liking it, give me a thumbs up, give me a heart. Let me know what you think. If it's looking good, if it's not looking good. Listen, being an artist for many years, we have to be able to learn and take some criticism. All right, being an artist for many years, you got to be able to take some criticism. You're not going to always make the perfect piece, all right? People are not going to always like your work. But you got to be able to take that criticism and keep it moving, all right? My art professor in college, he was the worst critic, but he made me a better artist because I was able to take it. Not only that, but all his criticism was valid. Everything that he told me to do worked for me. Just because I didn't get it right the first time because I thought I was so good, he showed me how I can do it better. And you got to be able to take that criticism. You got to have a coach in your life somewhere. You got to have a mentor somewhere in your life that's going to help you take yourself to that next level. So don't always push back when it comes to criticism. Be ready to receive and know that you can be better in what you're doing. You got to be able to know that you can be better, a better person than who you are right now. And this is the opportunity to realize that you can be better. I'm actually going to pick this last color because I just think yellow is going to take this to the next level. I really think that yellow is going to bring every other color out and it's going to make it pop. So I'm going to stick with yellow for this last one. If you don't agree, you can write a message in there. I won't be able to fuss with you because, you know, we're here live. But you may not agree with the yellow, but I'm going to stick with the yellow this time. And I think it's going to really help bring this picture to life. Alright, so let me know what you think. Give me some thumbs up, give me some likes. You can go with the yellow. And we're going to fill our last section in yellow. Yeah, I think I was right. You may not be able to see it that good right now, but that yellow is really going to change the game to make this picture really pop. All right, you see that? Yeah, I think I was right. My professional experience have led me in the right way this time. All right, so we're going to fill that in with yellow. Again, we're talking about a metamorphosis. Everybody and every person can make a change. All right, nothing about a caterpillar will let you know that it's going to be beautiful. All right, if we just take a caterpillar at face value, you would never think that it's going to be a creature that's going to be this magnificent. And just sometimes people may look at you and say, oh, you're just this, or you're just that. A lot of times people just think that I'm an artist, and that's fine. But sometimes on the other side of that, there's a beautiful creature waiting to come out. Thanks, David. Yellow is a good choice. There's a beautiful creature ready to come out on the other side of you just being that caterpillar. And I want to encourage you, and I want you to be motivated, that you don't have to stay a caterpillar. All right? You don't have to stay that person that everybody sees you to be. You don't have to stay that individual that everybody say, oh yeah, all you are is a worker at the post office. All right? All you are is just a teacher. All you are is just a football player. All you are is just a basketball player. All you can do is cut grass. All you can do is fix my carpet. All right? All you can do is work on my roof. Nobody just have to be stuck in a box or mold. You can do many things. But you got to be able to get out of your cocoon to be ready to become a beautiful butterfly that God has made you to be. But you got to be able to ready to make that transformation. Because one thing about butterflies, once they transform and they get out of that cocoon, they can never go back to being a caterpillar. And that's so exciting. That's so exciting because you never have to go back, all right, to being just a caterpillar. Once you become the butterfly and you're ready to fly, you never have to go back to being a regular person anymore. You never have to go back to being just a lowly position anymore. You never have to go back to being broke anymore. You can always realize that your butterfly wings are ready to spread and you can float above the negativity. You can float above the trees. You can float above all the hate that's down there, and you can fly again as a beautiful butterfly. And I think that that yellow was a good choice. I appreciate your involvement. We're not done yet. We're still really just laying the foundation. I mean, this picture is coming out, you know, pretty amazing. Thanks for all the people that's getting involved, but we're finna really jazz it up right now. We're finna take it to the next level, all right? I'm not an English teacher, so please excuse my diction and grammar, but we really finna take it up to the next level, all right? So we're cleaning off our big brush. It's okay to be an art teacher. That's why I get some, you know, some leeway with saying stuff, because I'm not here to teach you how to speak properly. I'm here to motivate you, and I'm here to get you on the next level in your experience. So we're going to really bring this butterfly to life. All right, we're really going to take it to the next level. So excited. I don't even know what to do with myself. All right, so here we go. So we're going to take a black small brush. All right, I'm using Taklon brushes with the plastic handle. Again, these are the best type of brushes to use for kids. If you leave them in the water, they're not going to swell up. If you have wood brushes and you leave them in the water, the metal piece will start to mess up, and the wood will spread and then shrink, and then your metal piece will fall apart. So these brushes are good. Taklon brushes, they take a beating and keep on ticking. The bristles are good for you, and they're good for kids as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a black line. We're going to use it the wide way, all right? Instead of the thin way, we're going to use it the wide way so we can fill this whole section. We're going to do a short black line just to create the body, all right? Steady hand using both sides of the brush. I'm going to bring the bottom of the butterfly a little bit down, just a little bit. All right, you see that? Starting to come to life. I'm going to have to turn this around a little bit because I want my lines to be straight. All right, it's hard to paint at that angle. So I'm going to come here, bring that straight. Now I'm going to give the butterfly a little body, give it a little bit of girth. All right, a little bit of girth so we can have a nice body. So kind of like a parenthesis shape, just going to widen this up just a little bit. All right, I'm going to widen that up just a little bit and I'm going to fill it in. Widen it and then fill it in just so it has a body. All right, I want to give it a body. It's looking good. I'm feeling it. You feeling it? Give me some thumbs up, give me some likes. Let me know what you think. All right, we're doing this butterfly. We started from the beginning. We're talking about metamorphosis. We're talking about making a change in our lives. We're talking about being better. We're talking about being a caterpillar our whole life and ready to get out of that cocoon and fly in and being better than we were today and be better off tomorrow. We don't have to stay the same. We can make a change. We can be better. We can do greater and bigger things. We can float above the hate. We can do all the great things that's going to allow us to be better in our lives. And that's what this painting will represent. If you're doing this painting with us, this painting will represent the change that we're going to go through. Listen, I hope I'm not the only one making huge changes in my life during this pandemic, during this situation that's going on. Listen, I'm making some great changes within myself. After this class, I'm going to work on myself. And what you got to be able to do in life is know that you got to work more on yourself than you do on everything else. I know you go to work 9 to 5. I know you go to work from 7 to 3 o'clock. I know if you're a teacher, if you're a postal worker, if you're working somewhere, you're working these long hours and you put all that work for someone else. And then you go home and you go on the couch or you go to sleep and you go into bed. You stay up and watch TV for 3 or 4 hours, but you're not putting that work in on yourself. Every entrepreneur, every great person, every business owner know that you got to put in more work into yourself than you do for anybody else. All right, even if you take an hour a day, build yourself more than you build your business. Build yourself more than you building up the company you work for. Build yourself more than you're trying to build up all your students. Because whatever you put in yourself, you're going to be able to bring out of yourself as well. So that's what this painting is about, and that's what we're here to do to motivate you. Let's go, keep going with the black. Get some more black, and this is the time where you really got to focus, slow down, don't do too much with this. You want to be able to take your time and get nice, thick black lines as we do this. All right. So should we do the antennas? Yeah, let's do the antennas right now. Now you have a choice to do nice curly antennas. That's fine. I'm just going to go straight up, but this time I'm going to make sure I use thin lines. All right. So to make thin lines, we're using a small brush. Again, I'm using a flat brush. They have flats and rounds. All right. So know the difference between the two. Flats are flat on the ends. I don't have a round in front of me, but the rounds come to a point. All right. So you want to be able to pull the brush on both sides. All right. So that when you look at it, it's flat sideways. All right. So you want it to be flat. This is wide. This is flat. All right. So we're just going to use the edge of the brush, and we're going to make two very thin antennas. All right. We're going to thin that brush out. Very thin antennas is going up. You see that? Woo! That was good. That was a professional stroke right there. All right. Let's do another one. Very thin line, and I'm just using that middle part of the brush. All right, I'm using that middle. See how thin that line is? That's what I want to do with my brush. I'm just gonna pull it up, try to make them even. All right, so we got those antennas. That's looking good. We're sticking with the thin lines, and we're gonna outline our wings. I'm just gonna go on this edge. Go on this edge, and we're just gonna trace around the butterfly. All right, that's looking good. That's looking good. We're coming around. We're tracing that butterfly. All right, we're tracing those edges with the black and bring it close to you, up close and personal, so you can see exactly what we're doing. We're not rushing. We're taking our time. All right, we're doing nice clean edges with that. We're pulling from the inside, coming back out. All right, and managing your brush is very important. All right, you got to be able to rotate your brush to get the right stroke. So I'll turn my brush this way and I'll rotate it. I'll rotate it as I hit those corners. I'm not just trying to push through it. I'm rotating the brush so that my thin lines stay in the direction I want it to go. Those are some special techniques to painting that your art teacher may have never told you. All right, so we're rotating our brush as we make these lines. All right, we want these lines to be nice and thick too. All right, nice and opaque, nice and solid. All right, so we're gonna come around again, doing this bottom wing, coming around. Again, I'm rotating my brush as I go around. I'm just not plowing through it. I'm not rushing it. All right, taking my time. We don't want to make any mistakes. Even though we believe there's no mistakes in art, we don't want to have to try to fix something. All right, we just want to stay right on point with what we're doing. Just coming around, rotating the brush. Again, rotating the brush, coming around. Again, you can be creative with your butterfly. All right, got one side down. It's looking good, looking good. Very nice. Let's go with the other side. Because I'm holding it this way, I'm gonna have to kind of come across you with me. Maybe I can rotate it. I'll rotate it upside down so I can stay on the side so you guys see what I'm doing. All right, so we'll come around, same thing. Rotating my brush, coming around, loading my brush back up. You want your brush to be nice and loaded. All right, coming around, rotating my brush, rotating. Looking good, very nice. Thank you all for joining in. Again, we're doing these painting classes Monday through Friday, just this week only for spring breakers. I was supposed to be doing painting classes for many camps. We go to camps, we go to schools, we go to nursing homes, we go to assisted living facilities. We work with people with disabilities as well. And we go out and we do these painting classes for them. Because everything was canceled, we're here to bring it to you live via Facebook. So tune in, join into what we're doing. Rotating the brush. If you like what we're doing, you want to support us, hit our Cash App up, hit our PayPal up. Support what we're doing. Give us a like. Go to our website, paintwithfaith.com. And I'm getting real quiet because I really got to focus on these next steps, all right? So I'm coming around, rotating the brush. Lovely. All right. How's it looking? Give me some thumbs up. Give me some likes. Tell me what you think. All right. It's looking good to me. I hope you're feeling the same. All right. Now with that, we're going to split up all the colors. All right. All the colors with the black as well. All right. So we're going to split the yellow, split the purple, split the red, split the orange. We're just going to come across it. All right. Break them all up. All right, nice, thick, opaque lines. All right, nice, thick, opaque lines. And we're splitting all the colors up. That's why we didn't mind going over that red in the beginning, because we're going to be able to split them up. It's looking good. Yep, it's coming to life now. Again, this painting is a metamorphosis. We're talking about going through a metamorphosis. We're talking about going through a change. We're talking about being better on the other side of the situation. And we want you all to know that you can achieve any goal in your life. All you need to have is some motivation. We're here to bring you some motivation. All you need is guidance. We're here to give you some guidance. And most of all, you're going to need that faith or that belief in yourself. That's coming out excellent. I'm going to flip it over upside down again so you can see all the work. All right, we're coming around. Filling that whole section black. Make sure you're separating all the colors. You don't want the purple to be inside the yellow or the purple to be inside the orange. Separate those colors. If you need to make the line a little bit thicker, go for it. Go for it. Don't worry about it. We want your colors to be completely separated. We don't want your orange to be in your red, red being in your orange and your purple. You want it all separated completely. All right, make that line as thick as you need to be. All right, it's looking good. Butterfly is upside down. All right, last wing. We're gonna split this up. Split this red and this purple and this yellow up. It's looking good. It's looking good. Splitting that up. It's looking nice. All right, we almost done. Almost done. All right, here we go. So we split all those colors up. Now we're still not done. We still got a little bit more to do because we want to be able to give additional type of look. All right, we want to be able to give a different type of look. We want to add a little bit more effects, a little bit more to our situation, and give it a little bit more life and some more creativity. All right. Again, if you want to add some creative things to yours that I'm not doing, feel free to do that. But I'm just going to add a little bit more to this butterfly. And again, if you like your butterfly the way it is, you don't have to do these extra steps. But I'm just going to show you of some other things that you can achieve going here. All right. So I'm going to cut off some of this yellow and I'm going to fill it in all black. All right, I'm going to cut off some of that yellow, fill it in black. I'm actually going to put a little extra black on here to bring that to a point. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of extra black on there to bring that to a point. Same thing on the other side. Cutting off some of that yellow first, bringing that up to a point. Just a little bump up. All right, you see that? Oh yeah, that makes a huge difference. And sometimes doing these little things can make a huge difference in your life. I'm gonna cut a little bit of this off right here too. Just fill that in, put a little bump right here as well. All right, you see that? Yep, same thing on the other side. Cut a little bit of orange off, put a little bump right there. Nice. Nice. All right. You see the difference? Those little things, a little effort sometimes will make a huge difference. All right. We're going to do the same thing on the bottom. All right. Want to come off a little bit, bring it down to a little point, put a little bump right there on the bottom. All right. Fill that in. All right. It's going to make a huge difference to our butterfly. And I'm actually going to create another bump right next to it. Up and down. All right, that's looking great. That's looking great. Same thing on the other side. I'm gonna flip it over so we can see it better. All right, so we come in here, creating a little bit of bump, coming over, fill that in. Another little bump, up, down, filling that in. All black. It's looking good, looking excellent. All right, let's make sure that's even. It looks pretty even, it looks pretty good. Looking pretty nice. Let me know. Give us some hearts, give us some thumbs up, give us some likes. Let me know what you think. And then now, all right, the part we've all been waiting for, well, at least I've been waiting for, we're going to create some more design. So again, we're going to flatten that brush out on both sides. So we're going to do some very thin lines just to create some more value to our butterfly. And we're going to even split up some of these colors even more. All right, so I'm just going to take this very thin line. I'm going to split up these colors a little bit more. Very thin lines. I'm just going to come across. It's going to come across very thin lines. Again, just using the tip or the edge of our brush. I'm just going to split these up a little bit more. Splitting up the colors a little bit more. You see that? It's going to create so much difference. If I want to go in, I can split it again. Split it again. All right, you see that? Yeah, loving that. All right, same thing on the other side. When I just come across the middle, split it again. Coming with the red, coming across the middle, splitting it again. All right, you see the difference that's making? Wow, outstanding. All right, same thing on the bottom. We're just gonna split the lines up. And if there's a part of your butterfly that you don't like, split it with the black. Paint it out with the black. You can be creative. Again, there's no mistakes in art, just room for opportunity. I'm gonna split this way too. I'm freestyling this. All right, there's no prescription to this. There's no perfect way. I'm just experimenting. I'm just going with what I think I want to do. All right, I'm taking some chances, taking some steps of faith, and I'm just happy to see what's gonna come out or come from this. All right, split that here. Let's see, split it here. All right, so we're about done with that. All right, and then I'm also going to create, some butterflies have these moles or these like patches of color. I'm gonna throw one in, let's say right here. Let's just do a little patch of color right there. Maybe like a circle or oval shape. All right, let's do it again on the other side. All right, I'm just being creative. I'm just seeing what's going to come out of this. There's no perfect way. All right, that's looking good. And then I'll give it some, I'm going to take my brush, I'm going to flip it to the back side. I'm going to dip it into the black. And I'll even give it, you know, some dots. All right, just dipping it in the black, giving it some freckles. All right, if I want to create some more, I'll dip it in the black again. I'll put some down here. All right, same thing. This is the part where we can be creative. We can just take what we've learned so far and add more value to it. All right, if you're doing something, if you have a business, if you have a job, if you're doing hair, if you're painting pictures, if you're a mechanic, what more could you do to add value to what you're doing? All right, what extra steps could you take to be better for the people that you're servicing? All right, let's stop giving the bare minimum. What more could we do to make ourselves and our value better? All right, so that's looking good. Let's go ahead and clean off the back of that brush. Let's clean off the bristles of that brush. And we're almost done. We're almost to the end. I think so far we've done good. We've done good so far. So I'm going to take my small brush again. And I'm going to get some white. I'm going to get some white. And I'm going to add some more value to it. I'm going to put some lines of white up here. All right, that's looking good. Just do 3. 1, 2, 3. That's looking good. Very nice. Very nice. Get some more white. Again, we're going to balance. Do the same thing at the bottom. Let's do 1, 2, 3. All right. Doesn't have to be too bright. Doesn't have to be perfect. Same thing. I'm going to flip it over so you can see. Here we go. Hope to see you in the right direction. 1, 2, 3. All right. It's almost identical. That's fine. All right. It's looking good. I'm going to take the back of my brush again. Dip it in the white. All right, I got a lot this time because I really want to have some brightness on that. And I'm going to put it in the purple this time because the purple is looking lonely. I'm going to give some freckles, you know, to that purple. Loading it up with the white again. I'm putting some freckles on the purple. The purple's so dark, so we're going to give it some nice contrast to give it some life. What you think of that? Let me know. Give me some likes. Give me some thumbs up. Let me know what you think. Now just add 2 at the bottom. 1 and 2. All right. Again, you can add as much as you want on your painting. I'm not limiting you at all. I'm just showing you some steps that you can use. Let me know what you think. Oh man, that's coming out amazing. It's coming out amazing. First time I've done this in these steps. All right, it's looking good. Let me see what I feel like I need to be doing something else here. Let's lighten up the body just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of white. And I'm just gonna bring the body to life a little bit. Just give it a little edge. All right, just a short curved line on one side. All right, and again, the strokes matter. All right, so we just giving a little texture to the body. Little short lines, little short strokes, just to give it some texture. And look, notice that these lines are curved. All right, I'm curving them, just making it look like there's actually a butterfly body in there. You see that? That's what we want. All right, I'm gonna even take the back of the brush and give this butterfly some eyes. It's not necessary, but you really have to be delicate with these steps. And watch, I'm just gonna use just the tip of that brush, and I'm just gonna give 2 little dots for the eyes. 1, 2. All right, you don't have to do that, but I just wanted to do it, see what it looks like, let you know what it's gonna look like. So if you want to do it, you can. If you don't, that's fine as well. And I think I still need something with the background. I think I'm gonna add some highlights to the background as well. What you think of us throwing some purple in the background? I'm gonna take some red and some blue. And it might work, it might not, but I'm just bold enough to do it. And we'll just add some purple right on the edge. All right, add some purple right on the edge, just to give it a little bit more pop. All right, just a little bit more pop. Give it a little bit more color. Give it a little bit more style. All right, give it a little bit more oomph. All right, just adding some purple right there on the edges. And just bring that to life just a little bit. All right, just bring it to life just a little bit. Again, we're Paint with Faith motivational painting classes. We're a mobile company. Normally we come to you in a vehicle, but today we come to you via online on our website, on Facebook Live. And we're here to give you motivation, also give you some art lessons, also some special techniques. We're excited to have you here. We thank you for joining us. We're almost done here, but we want to make sure that you get all the motivation you need for today. We're talking about a beautiful butterfly, and I want you to understand what we have for you today and why we chose the butterfly. And I want to give you a couple things that's been said about butterflies. Butterflies can't see their wings, but nobody can know how beautiful they are but themselves, all right? So when a butterfly flies, the butterfly may not even know how beautiful they are. Sometimes the people around them, or sometimes the people that's next to them or near them are watching them flying. Butterflies are beautiful because people tell them they're beautiful. All right, so I want you to understand you can be excited, you can be a butterfly. Not only that, but butterflies don't know what they're going to become when they're a caterpillar. But they still go through that situation. They still go through that trial and that error. They still go through that situation where they have to be able to change and go through a metamorphosis. No matter what you're looking like right now, no matter what your bank account is looking like, no matter what your job is looking like, no matter what your situation or your family is looking like right now that can represent your caterpillar stage. All right, where you are right now may represent your caterpillar stage. And because that caterpillar is not even enticing to anything except a predator, that caterpillar may just sit on that branch, moving slow, moving sluggish, not doing anything, but they're making their small steps towards what they're ready to become. And once that caterpillar goes into that cocoon, like we are now in our homes, on the other side of that cocoon, when they come out of that cocoon, they become a beautiful butterfly that's arrayed by the whole world. And butterflies represent a great metamorphosis. And what I want you to understand about a butterfly as well is that if that butterfly, if you try to help a butterfly come out of the cocoon, you may be endangering that butterfly. Because the butterfly needs to be able to break out of that cocoon on its own. Sometimes we try to help our kids get to a level of success. Sometimes we try to force our friends to get out of a situation. Sometimes even ourselves, we try to jump out of a situation too early. But we got to realize, just like that butterfly, when that butterfly is in that cocoon and its wings start to sprout, that butterfly needs to break out of that cocoon himself. Because if somebody helped that butterfly get out of that cocoon, someone breaks it for him, then the strength of his wings won't even be strong enough to fly. And he may not become that beautiful butterfly that you see flying in the sky. And sometimes in our situation, if someone try to break us out or bail us out of a situation that's building us to be stronger, that's building us to be better, that's building us to be the person that we were meant to be, if they try to bail us out, then we'll never become what we truly are meant to be. And so today, Paint with Faith Live, we painted this beautiful butterfly. We added all the details in, and those details of our lives is going to make us and make our lives a little bit better. It's an opportunity for us to change. I want you to understand with this class on today that butterflies represent metamorphosis. And if you've done this butterfly with us today, I want you to take a picture of it. I want you to be able to try to do it on your own. I want you to hang it up in a room that motivates you. And when you look at it, I want you to be reminded that you don't have to stay as a caterpillar, but you can be that beautiful butterfly that you know you are inside. Since you're in a situation where you're cocoon, where you're stuck in the house, be able to work on yourself. Be able to be better. Be able to learn the lessons you need to learn. Read a book that you may have meant to read. Do a recipe that you may have wanted to try all the time. Spend some time with some family members that you may not normally have spent the time with. So again, thank you for choosing Paint with Faith, joining us and being in this class on today. Your life is a canvas, painted with faith. There's no mistakes in art, just room for opportunity. And I want you to leave today knowing that you can go through a great metamorphosis. You can go through a great change, just like we did with this butterfly. Your canvas may be blank right now. Let's get to painting. Let's get to making it the way it needs to be. And we believe in three things of motivation. with Paint with Faith Motivation that you need to be motivated, you need to be guided, but most of all, you need to have that faith or belief in yourself to be able to achieve your goals, your dreams, and your desires. Thank you for tuning in. We got one more day left on tomorrow. Paint with Faith Live on Friday. Let's do something fun. Let's do something exciting. Share this with some friends who may be home with kids. Share this with a senior citizen who may want to do a painting class. Share this with some people that you know may want a simple experience in doing art or just some motivation for their lives. Paint with Faith, bringing life coaching, bringing master artists together to give you the motivation and the art experience that you need. Thanks for joining.